with our series on mobile app redesign for developers with our special guest, as always, Brandon Minnick. Welcome,
Yeah,
Brandon.
we're back.
How's
You gotta.
how's the holidays been? The first weeks of December. It's been a long time since we talked. I
I
think it's been
know
3 weeks,
it's
something like that.
it's so weird because obviously we're in a pandemic, so not much has changed. But at the same time, like I hung Christmas lights for the first time as a new homeowner here. So
Nice.
I saw all of our neighbors putting them up. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it too. So
Yeah.
I got Christmas lights. I got my holiday sweater on, and we even had solar panels installed yesterday. So
Nice.
the sun's still out here in California. I'm coming to you live, powered by the sun.
Nice. We're going green power in our stream.
Heck yeah.
So since you mentioned your ugly sweater, I also have an ugly suit, which I'm gonna wear so we can be matching. Give me 1 second.
Nice. I'll just do a dance, entertain the people.
Perks of having your work set up in your room.
I know.
Wardrobe options at your fingertips.
I know, it's so funny. Like, just anytime somebody like zooms out or pivots the camera, and you see like, because I'm in my bedroom too.
My background changed a bit. It's a bit more festive now.
Oh,
So here's
nice.
my ugly suit.
Gingerbread man.
It says
I love
bite
it.
me, but it's nice, you know. You can go to parties with it for Christmas. Everybody's gonna be jealous. And
Looking
it's
sharp.
perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect because you have the red one and I have the green one, so we like matching with the Christmas festives.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, the stream has progressed a lot, we should say, because now we even have wardrobe and everything. Our production
hair and makeup.
skills. Yeah. So let's remind everyone where do we left off and what was the last thing we did. I believe our last session was a live coding session, so let's have a little recap there while
Yeah.
I start sharing in the social media that we're live. So maybe walk them through what we did in the code last, and if you want, I can put your screen and you can share maybe your phone
Ooh.
with the simulator. Yeah.
Oh man, I did not come prepared today, but
It's okay.
I
It's a
will.
holiday stream. So. Oh, and I just got
should
a
grab some
notification.
eggnog.
Look at this. Let me see if you can see it in the camera. I should
No,
probably
it's still-
share my
Still
screen.
glare.
No, it's too clear.
It just looks like a white box.
Yeah, so I just got a
Is that us?
notification from GitTrends saying your repos are
What?
trending. GitTrends by
Oh.
Brandon Minnick is trending.
Nice.
Perfect.
We're trending. It's so meta.
So let me go ahead and start sharing on Twitter that we're live and on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what. So it'll take a while for Visual Studio to get all warmed up, but I will start in my browser here
Yeah.
because I made some changes to the roadmap.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I gotta sign in.
We start change to the dotnetdo Twitter.
Logging in, standby. And two-factor auth. Please work. All right. I'm in. You can go ahead and
Share your
share it with the world now. Yeah.
Let me see.
All right.
It's loading. I see it white
Yeah.
in StreamYard. Maybe let me see.
That looks good.
Yeah, stop sharing and start sharing again. I think it's bugged.
Oh, it's working. I can see it.
Oh, you can see it?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm sharing.
Oh. For some reason in my browser, I only see a white screen, but it's okay. If you guys can
Oh.
see it, it's good.
Well, what we've been working on this whole time was the new version of the app. So we were working on version 2.0. We had a bunch of things to do to get 2.0 working. So quick recap, quick walk down memory lane. We added in
Before we
the
get started,
abilities. Sure.
I want to get still a picture from us so I can post it in the social media, inviting people to the stream with our ugly sweaters.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Now we can continue.
All right. So these were the milestones we had for version 2, and pretty much all of it we did live on the air together. And we did things like give the ability for the user to favorite a repo. We added in that star tracking page. This was just fixing a typo. But there was one more thing to do, and that was to create this about page. So what I did just this past week was I actually bumped that to the next version, so version 2.1. And I did that because I found a pretty nasty bug that I have since fixed, but basically I got added to the Microsoft Docs for the Xamarin Community Toolkit. I was added as one of the maintainers. So if you add a feature to the Xamarin Community Toolkit, then you also have to write the docs for it so that fellow developers can find it, use it. And so I was recently added as a contributor there. So I have the ability to merge in pull requests and can keep the docs up to date. Great. But to do that requires me to authenticate with my Microsoft organization on GitHub. So they use this like SAML, SAML, single sign-on, blah, blah, blah. But after I was added, GitTrends just broke completely for me. And it broke because I hadn't added the Microsoft organization or the Microsoft Docs organization in the approvals for my GitTrends app. So like, when you authenticate in GitTrends, you connect it to GitHub, and then it'll ask you, do you also want to add any organizations you're a member of? I didn't. And so what happened the next time I opened the app tried to pull down the statistics from this new repo that I'm a maintainer of, and it just crashed. It crashed because I never authenticated with Microsoft. So I fixed that bug and was thinking about like what's the best way to push this out. And so I could have done it as a hotfix, but I decided the best way to do it is just to add it into version 2 and release that version of the app without the about page, because everything else is done. We have favorites, we have the star history, we've got all the empty data views, all that fun stuff is great. And if I just push back the about page, then I can both release these new features that are ready to go. The only thing I need to do still is get some translations, but we can release these features that are ready to go and do the bug fix. And then you and I can continue working on the about page because we really haven't designed it yet. And I knew that was going to be another couple weeks, maybe a month or two before we settled on that and got all the new about page text translated as well. And so I figured, let's push that back to version 2.1. Let's release version 2 like it is today. And that's kind of where we're at. I haven't...
Yeah.
The only thing I haven't done yet is... I've been lazy. I haven't reached out to anybody about the translations. It's been... like, that's the only thing left to do. And
maybe we can start reaching out today as well. Maybe sending some tweets while we're in the stream, like, hey, like tag them, like, hey, we mentioned you in the stream. We want to do some translations. Drop by if you can. I just posted a tweet inviting people, so we have that live on Twitter now.
Yeah, the thing for me though is I want to make this as easy as possible. You know, if you are nice enough to donate your time to contribute to this open source project, then I want it to be very simple. So I just want to give you the lines of text, and you can either translate them back for me, or if you feel like going through the overhead of creating a branch, opening up, fixing it in code, opening a pull request, that's great. But yeah, I just haven't set aside the time. It's one of those things that's like, it's the top of my priority list for GitTrends, but that keeps falling down with fixing stuff around the house, doing stuff for work, family stuff. And so it's still there at the top of my GitTrends to-do list, but I need to be better about prioritizing that, because one thing that's tough, and let's see if I can find this Apple Developer App Store holiday. Let's see what shows up. Yeah. So the App Store shuts down. Well, it doesn't shut down. The review process shuts down every year for the holiday season. And this year, between December 23rd and December 27th, if you submit an app to the App Store, whether it's a new app, whether it's an update to an existing app, Apple reviews those. They review everything before it hits the App Store, and they pause their review process. They do it every year. Just basically give the team some time off. Don't have to worry about reviewing apps on Christmas or anything crazy like that. So my deadline is December 23rd, or probably December 20th. So I got a couple more days, but yeah, I want to get version 2 out before the end of the year. And to do that, I want to get it submitted to the App Store before the holiday break. And so, yeah, we got a couple more days. I think, like you said, I should just use this as the motivation to do it, right? We should start just reaching out to everybody.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It'll take a couple hours of work.
Yeah, and I don't think we added that many new strings to the project, so I don't think it's gonna either, like, it's not gonna be that hard on our friends to do those translations. But
No, it's not too
it's
bad
as
at
you
all.
say, it's the holidays, so maybe not everybody is available right now. So let's see how it comes out.
Yeah. So I've got, actually I can show you. I'm going to bring up, wait, that's sharing Visual Studio. So bad at sharing my screen today. I want to share the entire screen. There we go. So
There you go.
I can
Now
actually
your
show
screen is
you.
back.
Yeah. So I have unit tests in here, so I can literally show you exactly what we need. Let me bump up some of these font sizes first. Good old 18. Actually, you can go 24. Windows go to 18. That usually does the trick. Nothing worse than not being able to read what's on the screen. So, yeah, I've got some regex tests here, and they literally tell me what languages I'm missing. And so what these tests do, boop, whoa, that font's really big. 24 is too much. All right. So it basically goes through all of my, I pass in the type of all the regex files, and then it goes through and checks to make sure that all the cultures that should be there are there. And so right now we should have some tests failing because I've done the English translations, but that's the only language I know. So we've got that, but then also make sure they're complete. So because there's two scenarios, the regex file might be there, but maybe one string hasn't been translated. And so where did my test results go? Falling apart. There we go. So we have the about page constants. Actually, that one doesn't count because we're pulling out the about page, so I can ignore that one for right now. But yeah, the empty data view stuff. So all these strings like congratulations, the 0 empty stars descriptions we have, like invite the community to check out your great work. This tells me that it's missing from the Bosnian. Let's see, DE is German, Spanish, French, Dutch, Portuguese, Russian, Ukrainian. So yeah, man, I know exactly what I have to do. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, perfect. So if you want, I just finished sharing everything. I'm just adding it to one WhatsApp group. We can start, like I can share my screen and we can start talking a little bit about the About Us page and laying out some wireframes for that. And yeah, let's see where it takes us. I have some good ideas in my mind right already about it. I was thinking about the About Us page this week, so I think we're gonna get something interesting today regarding that.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I know I shared this with you. I sent you a picture of this, or I think I sent you a video of it. This was the idea I had for the About page so far. Let me disable this Mac break. Reminds me to take breaks.
Let me share your screen again. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
There you go.
We are maybe restoring NuGet packages. Give that a second. But yeah, I had a really cool idea, and I've already implemented the backend logic and started playing around with the UI. That's when I sent you this video. But one of the things I want to highlight on the About page is everybody who's contributed to the app or contributed to the code base in GitHub. So if you've contributed, I want to give a big shout out, thank you. And so I wrote the logic to basically query GitHub and say, give me the list of all of the contributors, their GitHub username, their profile picture on GitHub. And that way we can highlight them here in the About page. And so I'll show you what this looks like, I don't know, in 2 hours when the app finishes building. I promise one of these days I'll remember to build the app before we go live.
I remember you showed it to me. It looked really nice. Like we now have the available like the list of contributors, and yeah, around that I had gave me a few good ideas for the About Us, like how we can put it. I was thinking maybe like a horizontal list, and maybe because we have a bunch of different categories for the About Us, right? We have different type of information we want to put. So I was thinking maybe having the horizontal list of the contributors at the top, and maybe like a button here that says like show more. We can maybe take them to the page where they can see all of them listed at once. But basically just a few of them here that change randomly. That way, like the first 5 could change like randomly each time you come to the About Us. And then if you keep scrolling, you can eventually see all of them.
Yeah, I mean, the way I have it ordered, so you can actually see it in the code right here. Right now I have it ordered by contribution count. So let's skip past About page. There we go. And so obviously it doesn't look great. We didn't design the UI. I just wanted to get something visual. But yeah, these are all the contributors, and the About page is just using a collection view. And this is actually the first time I played around with what do they call it? So this grid items layout in collection view. So you can have basically collection view is doing this for me. So it's putting five across, and then it just kind of goes to the next row. And so these are all technically data templates or view cells, and they just kind of appear next to each other because, and the reason I did it like this was this needs to be able to grow and expand. And so this would be able to, if we have more people contribute, they'll show up here. But yeah, kind of like you said, a scrolling horizontal collection view that would work. And I don't know. I ordered it by contribution count for now. So like obviously you and I are the top 2 in contributions, and then shout out to Bryce and Alex and Gerald. But yeah, I didn't want to shame anybody, but I also want to encourage folks. So like,
So
if
being
you
in the top first.
yeah, because like if we actually look at the contributions, I mean, it's probably like you would imagine. It's like me by a long shot, then you by a long shot, and then like kind of a couple from the other folks. Let's see if is this the right place to look? Yeah, so it's like all the work I've done, all the work you've done, and then actually, wow, okay, Bryce has done a bunch more than I thought. So yeah, there's definitely a big gap between some folks, and oh, that's interesting. Alex is 5, even though he's added more lines of code than Gerald, who's 4. Interesting, but yeah, I didn't want to show like Brandon's written 74,000 lines of code. I wanted to just maybe encourage people to try and get to the top of the contributions list, but I didn't want to like shame anybody because everybody's contribution is huge. Like Almir contributed the Bosnian translations. That's something none of us can do. So like, thank you so much. Please, please contribute. Please continue contributing. But it's kind of like some, we'll say, bad managers will base your performance off of like the lines of code that you've written, and lines of code doesn't really mean anything. It's about the impact your contributions have. So moral of the story is, I want to highlight everybody, and if we can encourage people to contribute more or to start contributing, that was kind of one of the, we'll say, ulterior goals of highlighting everything on the About page.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's as you say, like, we shouldn't shame anyone. And this was actually a teamwork, as you say. Everybody contributed something. And it was obvious that they contributed in that part that they did, because it was something we couldn't do at the moment. All those different languages that we never dreamed we would have and just came flooding in, we wouldn't have them right now, or we would have done like a Google translation and butchered a lot of words and stuff. So yeah, we really appreciate all the help we have gotten, and I agree. We should show everyone. We are gonna play around with some of the UI stuff now. Let me come ahead and share my screen. Let me open here Adobe XD. I'm gonna put you on the right side so I can put Adobe XD here. And let's see what we can come up with.
Cool.
Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. Let me know if you can see it.
It says it's loading. Still says it's loading.
So on the stream, you see like
it's Cheetos.
It's loading, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I was seeing for your screen. Like for me, it showed like it was loading, but for the stream, they could see it. So let me try and go out of the StreamYard and come back in, and maybe that's gonna fix it for me. Give me 1 second. Maybe you can share some stories with them. Like, I'll come back.
Oh, some GitTrends stories. So, we'll say fun fact. The whole idea for this app actually started because I wanted to learn GraphQL. And when I was looking into just, how do you consume a GraphQL API from a Xamarin mobile app, I found that GitHub has a GraphQL API. And so what I ended up doing was just writing a simple console app that what do they call it? I called it GitHub Explorer. It's open source. You can check it out. It's on my GitHub called GitHub Explorer. And that console app just made a couple calls to the GitHub API, kind of helped me understand how to use GraphQL with C#. And then I was able to leverage that, bring that into a Xamarin app, and just kind of sat on this for about a year. Like I kind of started this journey January 2019, and then ended up evolving that app into kind of what we have today in the App Store. I mean, obviously didn't look as good until Luis came along and helped out immensely with that. But basically, just I had a personal need. I wanted to see how much traffic I was getting to my different repositories, because I didn't know which ones I should be actively maintaining, which ones I shouldn't. So it just kind of helped me to organize my time better, because I have a couple hundred repos and you can't devote all of your time to all of them. So yeah, I kind of made it for me. And then a couple people mentioned like, oh wow, like I would totally use that. You should throw that in the App Store. And that's basically what I did. Just kind of threw up that version I made for myself, fix some bugs. I mean, polish the UI a little bit as much as I could. And then once it was released, then got just tons of awesome feedback. And then that's kind of when Luis stepped in to lead the charge on updating the UI. Samir, I don't know if he's joining us today. He's been, well, I've seen you in the chat on the show before. Like, he came up with the awesome idea for the logo that we kind of ran with, and it just really snowballed into this really cool app that, I don't know about you, man, but I open it every day. It's kind of my part of my morning routine now. I check to see. There's another really good app called DevHub. Let me make sure I'm getting that name right. Yeah, DevHub, DEVHUB. And that shows any activity you have on your repos. So if somebody opened an issue, if somebody opened a pull request, if somebody started a repo, forked a repo, any repo that you're watching, DevHub puts it all in a list. So yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I check Stack Overflow to see if anybody's responded to a question or an answer I've posted on Stack Overflow, just so I can help them out. I check DevHub to see what's the latest activity on all of my repos, or including all the repos I'm just watching. And then, I open up GitTrends to see, do I have any traffic to maybe an old stale repo that I should update sometime today. So yeah, pretty much every morning I open up GitTrends just as a user, and then obviously more so as a developer.
Well, just as you say, I really love how GitTrends, once we added the notifications, it's like what happened today. We literally just started the stream and I got a notification from GitTrends telling me, hey, your repos are trending, and coincidence with it was also GitTrend repo that was trending. I really like getting those notifications and knowing that the work we have there in GitHub is actually, being interacted with and people are interested. And that way, that even though maybe 6 months has passed of a contribution you did, it still matters, right? And you can keep working on it. So I love also seeing the stats and now the stars we added. Like, it's awesome.
I love looking at the stars. Yeah, we've got a couple hundred monthly active users. Just looking at the stats, we average, or have been averaging 10 downloads on just iOS alone per day. So nice. It's not Facebook. We don't have billions of users, but it's pretty cool to think like developers around the world are using our app.
Mm-hmm. That's
pretty special.
And it's something that happened so like organic, as you said. It was like came out of a need you had, and then you just publish it, and everybody has started to go and support it and get back behind it, and it's really nice to see like the response of the community around it. I don't know you, but it feels good to know that if you publish something, there's friends around the world that just say, "Hey, I don't have nothing to do this 2 hours. I could just try and tackle this issue you have."
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
also I also know it's helped a lot of people too. Like the fact that it's free and open source, I'll use it as reference material all the time. Like just yesterday, somebody I was on Reddit and somebody in the GitHub subreddit asked, "How do I use .NET 5 in my GitHub Actions?" And I was like, "Oh, I literally just did that yesterday or that morning for GitTrends," and so I just copy pasted the code into my response on Reddit, and then even just because it's all open source, I could just include the URL. So it's like, here's the
Yep.
code you need, but also like here's the URL to see exactly how I'm doing it, and
Yep.
that's happened a couple times this week. I forget who I was chatting with on Twitter, but I was like, oh yeah, like here's exactly how I did it in GitTrends, and they're just like, yeah, thank you. Like, I've seen this app before. It's definitely stuff that I've used to borrow or steal material, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I
that's
saw that tweet. I laughed so much. He was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
I've stolen some code in the past from there.
No, I love
Thank
it.
you
Like
for adding
that's
some new goodies."
yeah, but like that's the whole point. You know, that's
Yeah.
there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to implement something. And
Yeah.
I know for me, I'm like, I know this is possible because like here's somebody else's app and they're doing it, but how the heck did they do it? I'm looking at the
Yep.
documentation. Those words in the documentation don't make any sense. And then here's, you can try to jump into like Stack Overflow, but maybe there's only Java or Objective C
Yeah.
examples. And so, yeah, it's always nice just to be able to like see something and go, oh, that's cool. I wonder how they did that. And then have the source code there to see exactly how he did it. Although
Yeah.
I'm sure some folks will, or some folks don't appreciate that there's no XAML, but that's okay. I I don't appreciate that they don't use C# for their UI, so
Exactly.
we'll call it
So I
even.
go both ways.
Yeah,
Well, so here I pulled up. Let me know if you now can see my screen. Now I can see it on the stream.
yeah.
So
Can you bump
yeah.
the font size up?
Yep. Give me 1 second.
There we go. Yeah.
There. Perfect. All right. So I went back to our repo and specifically the issue we had created back in August when we were uh, stating what we wanted to add for version 2.0 and the description, like the brainstorming we did long ago in Teams and some of the ideas we had, right? So I knew we had some notes regarding what we wanted to do here in the About Us. So I'm just going to borrow these notes and put them in Adobe XD. So we can start brainstorming on this mockup, right? So let me put the text over here, let's paste it, and perfect. We have it
Yeah.
here.
And I also just realized the issue excuse me, the issue you just
Yep.
pulled up, I closed that as part of the 2.0 milestone. So I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
add in I'm just gonna copy paste some stuff into I have another issue just for the about page. And so since that's still
Nice.
open and I don't want to lose that information, I'm gonna link it in the background while you're working in
All
Adobe
right.
XD.
Perfect. So now in Adobe XD, remember guys, what we do once you're gonna work with something new. What I do is basically I do a new row. I copy the screenshots I'm gonna work on and put it in that row. So now we're gonna be working in the about. And give me 1 minute. Let me get some water. Give me 2 minutes. Now continue. Um, right back.
More stories. What else has gone on with GitTrends? We got a bunch more Twitter followers now. That's pretty exciting because we have. If you don't follow GitTrends on Twitter and you want to, you can follow at GitTrends app. So GITTRENDS APP. And we got a couple new followers recently. We're up to 134, which is pretty cool. So not only do we have a couple hundred monthly active users, but we've got people that enjoy the app so much that they just want to be plugged in and see all the latest updates. And I know I'll be tweeting out some teasers with showing off all of the new stuff in version 2 as we work on getting those translations in for the App Store update. But
Yeah, we need to make a couple of GIFs, just like previewing all of the new stuff we added. Yeah, people are gonna be really excited. I know I am excited for seeing it live.
definitely, yeah, we've got to update the README. We've got to update all of the App Store screenshots, the App Store video. It's there's a lot of stuff that goes into pushing out big updates like this that you never really think about.
We need to
it's like
all
the code's done.
screenshots.
Why isn't it ready? It's like, well, got to update all the screenshots for the App Store, and then I've got to record a new video for the App Store, and then I've got to do it for iOS, and I've got to do it for Android, and then since it's open source, we got to update the README. It's but
Oh yeah, we said
we'll get there.
It would have been good for us to do like a live stream releasing the new update, right? Do you think maybe that's gonna be possible still, or because I know the time constraint we have, so maybe I don't know.
Probably not. Because even if I reach out to folks for the translations today, I can't guarantee they'd get the translations done before our show on Friday.
Yep.
And then basically I have to push it out this weekend to get it in the review queue before December 23rd. Whew. Lots of work to do.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, it doesn't matter. Once we have it live, we can do the next live stream we do probably in January, because I believe after this Friday we're gonna have a cutoff, right, for the holidays, and then we'll probably circle back on January and just give some stats to the to the attendees, and how everything went and how people have received it. And probably on that next week we're gonna have the About Us, at least started coding the About Us. Today I'm hopeful, and today I think we're gonna do some good progress on this mockup.
Right on.
So going back here to our notes in the About Us, I already copied here some of the two canvas from the settings to work on the About Us. I replaced the titles. I have not removed any items because right now, after we read the notes, I want to see if I'm going to reuse any of these. So let's see what were some of the ideas we had, right? So in the About Us, we wanted to have a summary of what GitTrends is and how did it come up. Maybe 2 or 3 lines of history on it. Like, it doesn't have to be that extensive. And we also wanted to have a link to the repo. Maybe we can add a button somewhere and be like go check out the code. We also wanted to have a link to the issues part of the repo, so they could directly, if they want to report something, they can just go directly to the issues. Something I wanted to ask you, Brandon, I have not researched it, but is there a way for us to get a link, and once they like a link that takes them to the creation of the issue, and that they already have like the template for it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I know we can set up templates, but I don't know if we can like send them the creation link, and it already like chooses the template we want and everything.
Yeah, and actually so to answer your question, yes, totally doable. But it also reminds me, I need to create that template. I've gotten a couple interesting issues, and part of it is just, and again, it's good because it shows people are leveraging the code for their projects. But like somebody working on their own project will open up an issue on GitTrends asking for help on their project, and it's like, like I'm happy to help, but this isn't really the place to do it because we use these issues as part of our milestones and to track our progress, and so this is kind of extra noise on top of the repo. But I mean, I get it. Like, you need to reach me and you're not sure how, so you do it. But
Yeah.
But yeah, after getting a couple of those, it's like, yeah, I should really have that template. Like, if you're gonna report a bug, like, help
Mhm.
me reproduce it. There was like one I closed recently. Like, I just happened to also be aware of it. Like, it was a bug that I stumbled across a couple days before somebody reported it, and if I hadn't already stumbled across it, I would have had no clue what this issue was talking about, because it was like
Yeah.
less than one sentence with a screenshot. It was like, just so happened to be I had already saw it, and it was like, low priority bug. I'll file it away in the back of my mind,
Yeah.
but yeah. So definitely need to make a template. I think I still need a code of conduct for here. So yeah, there's a couple of things I need to do as well. But the good news
I'm
is,
writing. I'm writing it down here as well. Create code of conduct, and we have the license and everything set up for it. So yeah, at least
yeah,
we.
yeah. But the nice thing is, now that we're pushing this back to version to release version 2.1, it
Mhm.
buys some time for all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. True. I updated here the list. Maybe add the create template for issues and create code in the GitHub issue that you were updating, so we don't lose track of that. So we know we need to do that there. And maybe direct link to suggest features, bugs. Let me put. Yeah, that's clear enough. Okay, so
Yeah.
after that, we also wanted to have the contributors of the app displayed in the About page, and we also mentioned maybe having another page inside of the About Us just for the libraries, and
Oh yeah, the shoutouts. Totally.
yeah, and do like a. At that time, we said like the movie, the movie credits, like they're just animated to the top and then come down again,
I
something like
love
that.
that.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, so we could probably do that for that. So, uh, first thing first, let's get some inspiration. Let's see dribble. Let's see how people are doing their about us page. I have an idea in my head, but I don't want to take away the ideas you guys maybe can generate by seeing some of these designs, and then we'll put everything together in Adobe XD. This should be like 5 minutes. Let's see. About us. Just fine. Oh, let's choose about us, mobile. And yeah, this is our section. Let's see.
We should do the one with the pizza and the chicken wing.
Oh
You see that at the bottom of
yeah,
that?
totally. uh, Give me 1 second. Let me log in here. I'm already registered. Yep. Okay, let me search again. About us. Mobile. Okay, let's see. This is kind of fancy, but I want to see like the list. Does he have another image for this?
Whoa.
Okay. That's a really nice animation.
That's
Wow.
really cool.
Yeah. That's nice.
Like, doesn't help us
Designers,
out
man.
at all, but
And he
yeah.
did it with Sketch. How can you do that with Sketch? Oh my god. Designers, man. Oh, wait, you can change the color? No. Oh, that's just changing the color of what they're gonna suggest us. Okay, so for the information in his about us, he basically just made like a cool banner here, and then he lists with 2 lines each of the things they have, like their values, their vision. Let's see if we have another one that has a bit more detailed. Let's see. Uh, well, this one, they did like a little description of the app, but it's kind of big. I was thinking like maybe only, you see, like up to this line. Like onto this point, and then all of this is like kind of extra. We don't need to give that much space in the screen for the history. If they want to see the whole history,
Yeah.
they can just go to the repo, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So maybe I was thinking maybe we can reserve like This is maybe a good example because it has the nav bar here. Maybe up to here, we can use all of that for maybe the header of the About Us page, right? Maybe put a banner here or something like some cool graphic. Put the 3 lines of information. We have the bar on the top, and then after this, we're gonna have all the other stuff on the screen. So maybe after this, we have like the contributors, and then the horizontal list I was saying here, and then we cut it off again. We have like view all contributors, and then a list of the libraries we're using, or let's see what else we had in the notes. But yeah, I think this gives a good idea of how much of the screen we can use. I think this is like 30% just for the header and the description, right?
Yeah, I will say I don't love that they did so much text in um, center ju- center justified text.
Like in the center. I don't like it like that either.
Yeah, like I think we could center the title. Like you could say like, well, actually,
Yeah.
it'll already be in the navigation bar, so we'll say about. And actually, yeah, I don't know if we do center justification at all, but
Yeah.
I could see if we did, like maybe it's the GitTrends logo and like the tagline below that could be centered.
Yeah.
But then the rest, like, because once you have too much text and too many lines, it's hard on the eye.
Confuses. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's tough to see like when the lines end, when the next word begins, like when's a new paragraph. It's
Yep.
I don't know.
And our tagline is, you must get all the information you want at a glance. So a lot of text doesn't go with us.
That's right.
Let's see what. Oh, let's see this one. I want to see if he has a mobile one. No, not really. Okay.
Whoops. Sorry, I was muted. That Meet Our Creative team on that last one we were just looking at. I
Which
forget
one? This
which
one?
one you clicked on. Yeah, that one. That could be. We don't have to do it exactly like that, but something. See the Meet Our Creative team where it's the profile pictures and like a brief description.
Yeah. So what information do we get from the contributors right now? From that information.
Ooh, good question. Let me see what I've coded up already. I mean, the truth is we can get anything because we're just calling the GitHub APIs. But what am I currently getting? I'm currently getting GitHub calls it your login, but your GitHub username, the URL for your GitHub profile, the URL for your avatar, so your profile picture, the number of contributions, and that's it.
Contributions to this repo, right?
Yeah, so like the contribution count, essentially.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pull up the GitHub APIs to see what information is available, but I'm sure we can get information about the user. Like, well, I actually already know a lot of these. Like, you can get pretty much anything they post publicly, right? It's like the organization you work for. What else goes in your profile? Like, I think I have probably my Twitter handle on my profile, my website, so my location. So we could probably pull all that and display that because it's all publicly available information.
Get the model you put on GitHub?
What do you mean by model?
You know the little message you can put, like the status message?
Oh, you're like the description about yourself. I'm sure, man.
No, let me show you. Here, yeah, you have like Xamarin app developer advocate for Microsoft, formerly Xamarin HT. Yeah, but
I am pulling up the API docs right now, but I'm pretty sure everything that's on this page that we see right here can be pulled from the APIs. But
yeah,
I'm gonna double check that before we make any promises.
Yeah.
Flipping through that right now.
Then they're gonna be like, 1 star. I don't see the information you said in the stream that you were gonna put. You ripped me off.
At least I watched the stream.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. You see, like this is a description, right? But you see this little thing we can put here? Like I have like let's mobile.
Oh, that's status.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I took the idea from James. I know James also has like a little icon there. What's an icon? Let's see. Where's James? I got his username. What is its user? Yeah, I thought I wrote that. Oh well, sorry, James. So see, James has a little icon as well.
A little monkey. Yeah, so I'm looking right now. I mean, the API exposes a ton. So like, your bio, the company as a string, the company as HTML. When you created your GitHub account, list of your followers, list of your gists. I don't know what hover card is, but there's hover card information.
Maybe that's the one.
Maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, because when I put the mouse on it, it's when it activates the status. Yeah.
Oh shoot! I just clicked the wrong button and I lost my spot that talks. Go back.
So yeah, maybe out of that, the only thing that would interest us for showing here in GitTrends will be, as you said, the contributions to the repo, maybe their Twitter if they have one, their username,
Yeah,
and yeah, that should do it.
Okay, user status. That's what you're just talking about.
Okay.
Yep, and then Twitter username, that comes back as a string.
Yeah.
So, yep, and there's website URL. So we can also get your
website.
And so my guess is if you didn't add that into your GitHub profile, then that would probably just come back as null. And so
yeah, so that's another thing we need to consider. That the information we're gonna show, some users are gonna have it. Like let's say we want to show the Twitter. Oh, but not everybody has added their Twitter. So maybe we should only pick stats that we know for sure they have to have. So username and contributions.
I don't know. I think it's fine. Like, if I'm just kind of picturing this in my head, do you still have that the website up that we're just looking at there? Yep. Back to Dribble.
Here.
Yeah, and then so like just like this right here, like we could just have those icons. So like the Twitter icon, and we could just have like an internet icon. Like there's the the globe internet emoji. Like we could just put those underneath if it's available.
Yeah.
And then
so
if it's not, we just won't display the icon.
For the full list, we can make cards like this. Is what you're saying, yeah? And we have the photo here, their user, their description, like bio, and this is dynamic as you're saying if it's available, and have maybe like this. Yeah, it could be exactly like this. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too heavy, because like that on Dribble takes up like half of a web page, so we don't have that much real estate. I mean, like right now, what I have is it just shows your GitHub profile picture, and underneath it, it puts your GitHub username. And if the user taps your profile picture, excuse me, if the user taps your profile picture, it'll go to your GitHub account. So that's probably fine too.
Yeah. That's true.
Actually, that's probably like we don't need to. Yeah, now that I think about it, let's not do the Twitter and the website stuff because it's just gonna add so much clutter.
True.
It'd be a giant list because we already have a dozen contributors, and this data is all live. So as people contribute more and more, then
that's gonna keep growing.
That list is gonna get bigger and bigger. So
yeah, we have 12 at the moment. Let's give them some shout out. There you are in the stream. We have 12. Oh, look. Oh, that's when you were working on the
That's
generic
basically,
account, the bit.
it's a bot I created for an internal tool we're using at Microsoft, or at least on our advocacy team. But yeah, it just helps clean up readmes.
Yeah, here we have Bryce, we have Alex, we have Gerald, Vera, Veronica, we have our little bot. We have Matthew, Shane, Curry, and Almir. Nice, nice. And of course, you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, that's a. We could, yeah, probably just leave the photo and the user. That's probably gonna be a good idea. Because then we're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be too clutter, as you say. It's too much space for each, and that's just gonna keep growing.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see, maybe this one. This is kind of simple, but they have like this graphic here. We don't need location because this is all remote. There's no company for GitTrends. Let's see. Follow us. Oh, you know what? We should put somewhere in this in the about us
Mm-hmm.
the social media for GitTrends, like the Twitter.
Yeah. What's yeah, that's a great call out because I do have it in there, like on the bottom of the settings page. It says like
Mm.
created by, and if you tap that, it'll go to I think it goes to my Twitter account. But yeah,
Mm.
no, totally. The GitTrends app Twitter account should absolutely be there.
Yeah. Let's see what else. What else? See this one. Oh, hey,
Ah.
this one is kind of interesting. Could we pull how many? Let's see. Could we pull this information from our repo? Like, let's see. Where is
Yeah,
it?
like
Our
contribution
stats.
graph.
Like this. Like the stars, the forks we have, the watch. And maybe we could do. Remember, we said we wanted to have like the 3 lines of text, and then we could put like that. Those three information here. See? Those three.
Yeah.
And something like this. Yeah, that will be.
And we could even
Put
we
the
could go
little
crazy with it
star
too. Like,
graph here as well. How the stars change. We already have it implemented.
I mean, I don't know if we'd want to do this, but we could make it so like this star, some picture like a star icon, and underneath it says like 320 stars.
Mm.
But the icon will be filled if you've starred the repo, and it's empty
Oh.
if you haven't. And we could even make it so like if you tap the star, then you star the
Mhm.
repo. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm
And
thinking
if
about
you
is
don't, if you, but wait, how do you know if I've starred the ripple? Does the star information come with who
because
started?
you're logged in, and everything's just public. So
Mm.
we could
Okay.
use the GitHub API to see what public repos you've starred.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I don't know. Probably not for the first cut of the about page. Like about page are probably mostly just static text, but
yeah.
that
Yeah,
could be
but that's
something
a
cool.
good idea because if I don't have it, you can put the empty star and then put a little message like next to it. Be like, hey, stop here, please. Like we're not begging or anything, but you should probably start this, right?
Please.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you know what I noticed today? Once I opened the GitTrends app, I saw the Raiders component.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I think that's the updated one that you added, right? Because
So
it
you're
has
on
it was like
yeah,
kind
good.
of transparent in the background. It was nice.
Yeah, so you're on Android. I handmade that one. We have an open pull request from Samir who well, there's a couple things going on. So on iOS, the iOS app uses the native, what's it, SK store review controller, something like that. And so what's nice with that is you get a pop-up in the app. You can give the app 5 stars. You can leave a review all in the app, and that immediately gets published to the App Store. Android didn't have that until recently. So I hand-rolled something on Android that when you look at your referral page, at the bottom, you'll have this transparent overlay that only appears if you've been using the app, I think, longer than 30 days, and you're an active user. And it just kind of asks you to asks if you're enjoying the app, and if not, you can send me an email with some feedback. But if you are, it asks you to leave a review. But that then just deep links you to the GitTrends page on the Google Play Store. So yeah, Samir actually opened a pull request that will bring in Android's native implementation of what iOS has had for a couple of years, where you can just leave a review there in the app. You never have to leave the app. You can give it 5 stars and happy days. But I haven't merged it in yet because the NuGet package it's in is still in preview. But looking at the code, I think the code's fine. So we'll see. I wanna rush this version 2 release out. So maybe I can slot in that pull request for milestone 2.1.
Yeah, we could probably do that and the about for that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now while thinking about it.
Yep. I'm trying to find another about. Oh, this one looks kind of nice. Let me see. So they have student personality. They have a banner, our story, another chart, our team. Let me zoom this in.
Yeah, it's a fancy one because everything kind of bleeds into every section bleeds into the next.
Yeah,
They do a really good job with those transitions.
I like how this one looks. And this is totally doable as well. Like if you notice, wait, what's happening? Let me see if I can save the image. And maybe we can look at it easier. Because like the background is, oh actually no. I was gonna say the background here at the top is the same color, and they just put stuff on it, like different images, but no. It up down here it changes to white.
Yeah.
Where's the preview? Why is the preview not coming up? Well, we can see it here. It's okay. So yeah, so this is basically the same one, but the mobile size. And if you notice, they also have cards here, but yeah, they're too big for our case. Like here, they put it a little bit smaller, but still, yeah, it's too big for us. And I wanted to see what they have at the bottom here. Oh, so they put like, who has mentioned the app, like in maybe if we came out on the Microsoft newsletter or something, you could put the Microsoft newsletter, the Planet Xamarin, and stuff like that.
Oh, we've been on Planet Xamarin. Been on Microsoft or Xamarin Weekly.
Oh yeah,
newsletter
Xamarin Weekly. So yeah, we could also like give shout outs to those community sites like Xamarin Weekly and all of that also have supported it.
Bribe them to feature
We're
GitTrends more.
We're like, hey, we put you in the About Us page, put us on the top of the newsletter this month.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what this
mafia.
is. Let's see 2 more, and then we can go to Adobe XD and start drawing up some ideas. Oh, this one has the circle images here. So it's also like a card. They have it like center in the middle of the image, and then they have the name here. Maybe that's too much. Because right now we only have the image and we have the user in the middle, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, look at this one. Look at, hey, this one is interesting.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like a grid, as you said, 2 columns. And yeah, just the image a little bit big, the name. Now, if everybody had this type of profile pictures, it will be great.
Yeah,
But
it'd be
yeah,
fun.
that one is interesting. And it has it like separate between developers, designers. All of us are developers, so we only have one category. Yeah, that one was interesting. What is this? Usu. Oh, you imagine we could do something like this? Like it's
Ooh.
it's
I
like
like it.
3D. Like I see this and I'm like, that's like 3 months of work. Just doing the graphics, putting everything in the thing. But
Just
this one
like,
is fun.
what do you tap? Do you tap anything? It's very opaque. Like,
Yeah, so I'm assuming that if you tap this image here, like this frame, this is gonna take you to the about us. If you tap this little frame here, it's gonna take you to the who. So it's like, how could we do this? I think
yeah, you would have
the
to have
but
some animations.
yeah,
Like you would have to like wiggle the window,
yeah,
like let the user know like they could tap it, or like open and close the laptop to let them know that
yeah.
like you can interact with this.
That would
That's
be so cool.
I feel like that
That's a probably
is,
version 3.
I don't know, man. That feels like design for the sake of design. Like
Yeah,
that
it's too
is a
extra.
designer showing off, not necessarily
Yeah.
making a easy, intuitive design for users.
Yeah, and it looks, now that I think of it, it looks more like a splash screen than something that is interactive. Because look at
Yeah,
how he put the second page here. He was like,
yeah.
yeah, this was my initial idea, but I ended up doing this.
It's like nobody could figure it out, so we just did it in a list.
Yeah. But
But
I like
I could
how
see
he
something like that
used
for a
like,
website.
yeah, I like how he used here like the menu for the about page. It's like just 4 rows, right? And he makes them like kind of big. Use just 4 different colors. This icon here, like it. I like how he did this. But
Yeah, that is
for
kind of
our
cool.
case, I don't think it applies as much because we're not using that type of design. But I definitely will see myself using this for another project, right? This approach for the menu.
Yeah, I like that. Just solid color, white text, white outline
Mhm.
of an image. That's nice. That's clean.
Yeah, it's clean. Oh, what happened here? Back. Oh, I went back. Oh, there it is. I think we're good for now with ideas. I can start mucking up now. Just seeing if we get a bonus one here. Uh, da, da, da. You pick this time. Oh wait, what is this? Okay, no, it's like that site. Yeah, I don't see any more. I think.
I mean,
Yeah, we got the gist already.
ooh, that one's kind of cool.
Which one?
The one with like the pink and purple background that just says about. It's
This
on
one?
the bottom left. Yeah. Does that have anything more? Whoa. Didn't see that coming.
Oh, that's a nice animation to switch between the team members.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, I liked how they did that. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, well, let's get to the signing then. Let's see what these guys did here. See, they always put like what uh, media outlet mentioned them and stuff. We're
Yeah.
still not there, but if they start mentioning us, like in, tech
As
magazines and
seen on
stuff, we
TV.
can hide it. Yeah. Okay, let's go over here then. And the first thing we're gonna do is, oh, you see, we can use this as a reference. So, okay, let's delete everything except that. So maybe we can use from here all the way to the bar for like the text and the GitTrends logo maybe. So
Yeah.
okay, let's say delete this text here. Where's our Lauren Ipsu plugin? Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's use our Lorem Ipsum plugin here. And basically to use this, if you guys recall from one of our previous sessions, we create a text box. Oh, yeah, let's create a text box. I'll move this in a moment. Let's go now to our plugin here. And I believe I need to select the text box, right? Let's see. I don't quite remember.
Yeah, it's all grayed out.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. So let me put it a little bit bigger. Once you select the text box component, you can come here and select fill with placeholder text. How do you want it to end? I want it to end with a period. It's gonna be Latin standard. It's gonna include line breaks. Trim text area. No, I don't want to trim it. So insert text, and there you go. Let's see if we got another line here. Oh, since we already did the settings, we don't want to go through all those dialogues again. There's a second option you can select, fill with placeholder text, and it's gonna take automatically the last settings we set. So there you go. Good to go. We have our paragraph. Now let's remove my avatar. Let's find the GitTrends logo. I believe I have it here.
There's a couple.
Yeah, let me copy 2 of these because we're gonna have dark and light themes. Oh, okay. I need to use an image of the logo instead of the logo. So, okay, we can do this easy. I'm gonna export it. That's not how you export it from Adobe XD. I was gonna use Illustrator, but since we're using Adobe XD, I want to show it better here because Illustrator is paid and Adobe XD is free. So yeah, let me show you how to do it here. We don't need to invest in Illustrator. I just do it because it's easier for me since I'm used to Illustrator. So here we can select the logo. We go to File, Export, Export Selected. And I'm already in the GitTrends. Now this is the repo. So let me go to Luis Pujols, Projects, GitTrends. And oh, I already have it exported here, I think. I have the green one. I'm missing the white one. Let me export it again. GitTrends logo teal. Perfect. Now let's export the white one. Export selected. GitTrends logo white. Oh. Yep, I already had it as well. So now, why am I exporting them and not using the SVG? Well,
good question.
because yeah, everybody must be like, wait, but you can just use the SVG. Well, the reason I wanted to do it in Illustrator is because Adobe XD still doesn't have a cool feature Illustrator has, that the SVG, when you're scaling it here, select it. If you notice, this is not an issue of because I'm zoomed out. It's an issue that the path is not maintaining its scale when I try to scale it down with the cursor here. You see how the lines get like thicker?
Yeah.
And the circle gets smaller. So we lose the original GitTrends logo because this line is not scaling down appropriately. But in Illustrator, there's a setting for the SVGs that you can say you can tell it to persist the paths at scale. So any SVG you scale in Illustrator will maintain its proportions. And let me show you that real quick. So that's why I preferred, since I'm only gonna use it for the image here, I prefer to just export it as PNG and use it as a PNG here. And that way I can scale up and down. It's gonna keep its scale, right? So let me show you here how if I do it in Illustrator, everything looks fine. And I don't know why they have not added that to Adobe XD, because it's kind of like a must, right? It's like a showstopper, at least for me, if I'm dealing with SVGs that have this type of paths.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's a must that you should have. You see how I put it? I scaled it down here. Wait, sorry. I scale it down here, and the line in shadows maintain like the same scale. You see, everything stays the same.
Yep. Yeah. Strange they haven't done that.
Yep. So there's supposed to be a property. Let's see if I can find it here. If we don't find it, we'll continue. But yeah, there's a property somewhere that you set like to maintain the path and everything. So just trust me, there's something that's making it work. Adobe XD doesn't have it. So that's why we exported it. Now let me go get that image I just exported and bring them inside the project. So we go Pujols, want to sort by name, projects, GitTrends. Wow, we have so many resources now. Here it is.
Yes, there's a ton.
And perfect. Now we have our logo here. And we can play around with it with no problem. Wait, let me scale them both down at the same time. That way we don't need to do this. Okay, perfect. Let's see. How big should it be? Maybe I take this as a reference. Yeah, this is fine. From here, let's give it like 32. Using our magic numbers. How much is this from this? 16. Maybe 24. Doesn't have to be that. Like we don't need to take that much real estate for this. 32, 24 maybe. Still, let's do like 16. Maybe 12. I feel like it's too far from it. It's because of the bounding box.
Yep.
Yeah, the bounding box is not allowing me to give like the real distance we have, so let's just wing it. Let's put like 4 here. Let's see. How much space do I have from here? This is not correct. This should be like 60. Maybe 32 and 32. Okay. So I want 32 there. And from here, I want 32 as well. Ah, come on. Okay. We're almost there. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, so this text has to be like 12. We don't need that big. So you remember the one we saw that we had like the stats down here? Maybe we can try and do that now. Let's see how that looks. Let me get the icons. We had watch list, stars, and forks, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we could use these 3 icons.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, those are the official GitHub icons.
Yeah. So, wait, come back. Okay. Play nice, please. So let's bring them down. Wow, we have done so much work. This document is getting big. Okay. Then over here. Perfect. So they have kind of a card-like situation going. Maybe let's try something like that, right? It was something like, it's not gonna be a card. I just want to have like the proportion for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my god. If I wing that and it's like 32 and 32 in each side, I'm done for the day. Let's see. Okay, 32. Yeah, not that lucky. Okay, let's
So
this
close.
here. What happens if I do this?
Cool.
Oh, wow, that's nice. I literally selected the 3 of them, and then I said, okay, I want to like bring them all over here, and instead of scaling all of them, it's just giving space between them. That's smart. Wow. Okay, how much space do we have from this to this? No, we want it a little bit closer. There. Okay. So, so I was saying, I don't feel like this has to be that. We probably have all of them out of feeling. Like I feel like I want to have like, I know they're gonna be separated, but I want maybe like a dotted line here separating them. So let me wait. We can do that after we put the information in. Give me 1 second. Let's first structure it how we want it, and then we'll do the dividers and stuff. But don't worry, it's not gonna be a card because I know the card looks kind of let's put some corners to it, but I don't really, initially I don't like the idea of having like 3 cards for those stats there. How can I do this? We can do the corners here. Everybody's gonna have 4. And where's the corners for this one? Oh, this guy doesn't have any corners. Okay. I'll just duplicate. You don't want to play? Yeah. 32. There you go. Okay, so let's get the icons down here. And maybe we can kind of take ideas of how we did our cards here. Let me see if we still have the one we saw here with that section. Let me know if you see it here.
Oh,
I know it was like a
remember
blue
which
one.
one it was. I have no idea.
Oh god, lost it. Let's see. I know it was like blue with a graph underneath it. Oh wait, we're seeing everything mixed. That's why. Now I have it in mobile. It was like on the half of the page. So. Oh, here it is.
Nice.
Okay, so he basically put the logo here. He put the name. Well, yeah, that's another
not a bad
variation
idea.
we could do. Yeah, we could put like Git, the logo here. Put GitTrends.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that way it doesn't look like, yeah. I'm not really feeling this orientation we're giving it right now. It's like too, it feels like the settings page. So yeah,
Yes.
we could probably do what he did there, right? Put the Git trends over here. And I'm feeling like I want to do some circle thing with the logo as well. Like for this one, maybe have a, like you see this gradient I have here?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have a light gradient for the Git trend logo and like put it here around it. So it looks like kind of this circle thing going on. Or maybe you could do like a borders, something with the border, like a circle border around it. So it feels like it's in its own little spot, right? I don't know. Let's see how it looks. So after that, he has the name of it. Git trends. Let's put this, let's say, see how, no, that's too big. Let's say 24. And this font has to be, let's see. Oh. Yeah, he has like a medium font. Sorry. Medium. And then what else does he have? So what could we put under the name? Or maybe put this here. And then the stats on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other place I could see for the stats would be under, so like where he has like total investments.
Oh,
That
yeah,
could be
we
where we
could
put
put
it
it
too.
there.
But I don't know. I think the fact that we're using the icon probably makes sense to move it underneath.
Yeah. Oh, the text is gonna be kind of, maybe 16 instead of, no, 16 is gonna be too little. And what's the size of those? So let's put this a little bit bigger, then, right? Oh, what's happening here? And does he have it like center between both of them? Yeah. Like the height of the icon should be the height of this. So let's see. Maybe something like this and center it. But I only want 3 lines. I don't want that. Maybe something like this, right? And then select this and this and this. No, we need to group these two so we can align the icon center to this. And okay, something moved. And the icon is moved. So here, and I'll just do it. I know in the code we can do it easy, but here I'll just do it with this. Okay, now the space between this and the logo, between the title, I mean the name and the description, be like 16 at least. And title is definitely, do you like it that size? I feel like it's kind of, let me see, kind of big.
I mean,
Oh,
if you're using the app, you already know the title, so I don't think we have to devote too much screen real estate to it.
yeah. Okay, let me ungroup this so I can modify the text easier. And so maybe 16 should do it. And this shouldn't be, oh, but this is already 12 and it looks so big. Why does it look so big compared to the title?
What do you mean?
So the title right now is 16
Mhm.
points, right? This is 12, but I feel like this looks bigger than the title. uh, okay, let's leave it in 24 then. Good. So now we should add the stats, right? And the stats we said should be under here. Yeah, that'll probably make sense. Oh, yeah, look. So maybe collaborators. Okay, this has to be like 16. So yeah, I'll start laying out kind of the idea I was trying to explain later. This 42. No, it should be reference to this one, right? 42. Good. But the stats are gonna come here, so let me just put it here. Put this a bit smaller. Put them here. Hey, I'm liking this. I'm starting to like it.
Yeah, I like where this is going.
Yeah. Let's zoom in. So that's 32. Good. So now I have the reference for this. Oh, but I don't know if this is how tall I want it. How tall is this? Like, what's the height of this? Height is 42. Width is 65. So let's put the icons inside and let's see how it looks with the icons and how are we going to arrange it, right? The icon should be 32. So let me ungroup them. Or maybe 24. Let's see. 24.
Yeah, I guess it depends if we're gonna go like big number and then below that like icon text. So like what do we have? 300 stars, and below that would be the
Oh.
star icon stars. I don't know how many
So
people
you
are
mean
watching.
something like this, like 300, and after 300 you mean like putting the icon on the bottom. Uh,
Yeah, kind of flip it a little bit. Because initially I was thinking of doing the icon with icon big with the number underneath it. But we could actually, heck, we could mock out both right here.
yep, yeah, we can. Let's see, what's the name of? Oh, watch. I was like, is it watchers? Is it? Yeah, I would say
Probably
it's
watching.
watchers. Or yeah, let's put watching. Watchers
Watch sounds
sounds
good.
like a TV series name, like the Watchers.
Yeah, I mean, it could also just be like watch,
Oh
like
yeah.
wrist watch.
So watching. Okay. This has to be at least like 4. And oh, sorry. I want this to be like a line between each other, right? Okay, so it's something like this. We can work on the spacing later, but the other option was having the icon like here, right? And then having the text, let's see, 2.5K.
I wish we had 2,500 stars.
We have to dream big.
We did just
16.
break 300 pretty recently.
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to imitate the one we had here.
Yeah.
Oh, the icon was on the left, and then we have the text on the top. So we had something like here, then we have the number here. And this has to be a little bit smaller, so this. And give me then stars. And this has to be like 12. Something like that. And then you move both of them down. What is the size of this one? This one is 8. Let's put it at 8. Okay. Something like this, right? And then
That looks good, yeah.
we need to put it at 6. And from the top, 6. And good. Something like this, right? And obviously it's not going to be a card. So what I was thinking of, okay, after we have this, I wanted to like take this away. And then come and put like a line here.
Right.
Something like this. And it has to be like a dotted line. How do I do a dotted line here? Border. I did do a dotted line. Oh, here it is. Dash. But I want less. So 2, 4, 6, 8. No, too much. 4, maybe 4. And the size has to be like 0.5. So then let's just duplicate this here. What happened? And take away the one, this one. Duplicate this here. Something. So now we can give a little bit more space in between them, right? Something like this. Wait. Yeah, something like this. And this should come a little bit over here. I don't like how close this looks. Oh, where's the star of this one?
Forks.
Yeah, this one should be forks. Catch. Good. Forks. Let's say 500. Something like this. So this is what I was trying to explain. You see, you have the stats, you have this dotted line, and then enough space between them. Something like this. I'll let you think a little bit about it. Let me do a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I like how it looks. The icon looks a little out of place. because it almost looks like it's just kind of floating there in the corner. But yeah, I think either make the icon as small as the text and nudge it into there, or make it bigger so that it fills it up. It fills up that box vertically, and I think that's a winner. With the first one, I'd probably just left justify the number to match the icon. That's probably the only thing I could think of. But
Okay, back. So, what did you think about it?
yeah, so I was saying, right now I like the text on top design better, but for those ones, the icon, it looks out of place. I mean, it made more sense when we had the bounding boxes there, but right now it just kind of looks like it's floating.
Yeah.
And so, two ideas either, and actually we could try this because we have two. Maybe let's take the stars icon, shrink it down, and put it next to the text, and then take the forks icon and
text?
increase it. So it'll be like stars, star icon, all kind of the same size. Okay. I would say put it on the right. I kind of like having
leave it here, but at the same size as the star as this text, right?
one, and then now scooch it in. So bring that icon
all the way.
So almost like if you were typing out a star emoji, it'd be like star space star emoji. And then for the forks, let's expand that so it matches the height.
The height of both, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or maybe
see it on this scale, right?
Yeah, that's too big. Oh, what if we match the height of the number? So kind of like what we just did for stars, but
there. And then like put it here or leave it at the same.
Yeah, what if we put it down, center it with the number? Like, I feel like we're really close. It just looks like the icon is See, I wonder how that would look though if it like change forks 500 to 50K. So one thought I just had was, would it be confusing to have like the letter for 1,000, million, billion and the icon? I think it works. Maybe as long as we have enough spacing between the 50K and the icon. And
this is gonna be the worst case, as you're saying.
Yeah.
What's the longest it's gonna get? Maybe something like
that. I think it goes. I think it could do like 500.5, right? I think that would be the worst.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I mean, we don't have to follow that same pattern. Like, we could make the significant digits 2.
Yeah.
Or
something I don't like about having the icon on this side aligned with the text is that it's gonna move.
Yeah.
Back and forth, or if we leave it, let's say static here, like to keep everything consistent. If this turns to this,
right, then it, yeah.
I kind of like where you were going with this because the icon is like aligned with the title, or this here, because this we know it's not going to change. But as soon as we put it in the stats, yeah, we're gonna have that issue here. Let's see what was their approach for it. So yeah, if you notice, their stats, their numbers, they leave
Mm.
alone. Even like the status, like active round B, and then they put like
Right.
in a
Because that's
separate line
dynamic
the
data
icon.
that can change. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there any other that has like numbers like this? Mm, no, this guy doesn't have any. Maybe this. Yeah, you see, they have like icon here,
right.
value here, and the description. Wanna
Oh,
try? Let's see how
yeah.
this one looks.
Yeah.
Let's see how this one looks. So
Although that the
say
stars in the middle, that is growing on me.
this one, right? Yeah. Same here.
So out of
Let's
the
see.
three we have right now, that one's my favorite.
Yeah, true. This guy has the icon first, then the value, and then the description. So he's doing something like this. So this is gonna go a little bit smaller, I guess. 14. Then this is gonna go at the end. This is gonna go like, hey, move. Okay, there it goes. I need to
Hmm.
put this a little bit smaller here. Then this is gonna come a little bit further down. Uh, Let me align it with this.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I think I still like the.
the stars one. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because there's just so much white space here now.
yeah. So it's something like this that they have.
Nah, I think we go with the middle one.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. Stars. And what do you think about putting like this dash divider here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. We also have, like, we call them separators on other pages. Like the referring
Yeah.
sites page has separators. The about page has separators.
Yep.
The other thing I was thinking, and it doesn't matter because they're on different pages, but all of those separators are solid lines.
Yeah.
Whereas this would be the first time we use a dash line for a separator. But
Yeah, but remember the tweet we got from one of the users like, "Hey, why are you guys not using shapes and paths that recently got released?" So maybe we can get the SVG of this and take its path and get our dash line, no?
maybe I still haven't. Yeah, I still haven't played around with paths
Me neither.
in Xamarin.forms yet. I
Should
mean,
be fun.
I recently, like this week, just updated xamarin.forms to version 5.0 because I don't remember there was the empty view for collection view had a bug
Hmm.
on iOS,
Did they
and
fix it
so
already?
yep, it is fixed in pre-release 5. I think is the current release.
Nice.
So yeah, as soon as I saw that release come out and the bug was fixed, it's like finally updated it right away, made sure everything works.
So I'm trying to align it on the top here so we have the final result. Then I'll change the icons.
Sure.
But I really like how our header is coming along. Sure. With those stats and everything. This doesn't contemplate the idea of us like showing the star not filled and stuff, but yeah, we can deal with that in the future if we want to add that feature. For now,
Yeah,
this is
because
pretty good.
like we were talking about a previous show, how many people are going to come to the about page?
Yep.
Like it's not going to be a heavily trafficked page. It's typically one that like you'll visit once
Yep.
ever as a user, unless like maybe you just submitted a pull request and it got merged in, so you want to see yourself show up as a collaborator.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
or probably the other thing I can think of is we'll add in like links to the GitHub page or like click here to open up a feature request kind of things. Like maybe that'll bring people back, but yeah, the about page isn't typically viewed very often.
Yeah,
just mobile apps in general. I'm not saying that about like the GitTrends app specifically.
Yeah.
It's just
because people just see the about and they're like, oh, cool, they have an about, but do I really need to go there?
nah. Like how many times have you gone to the about page on the Twitter app?
Yeah, true.
Maybe never.
Do they even have one? Stars.
Good question.
Watching. Oh. So maybe we're gonna put the icon before the text because now we have the same issue here. The word is big, our icon is gonna move. So maybe if we put the icon at the start, let's see how it looks. There we go. And I want to give like 4. 4 is too much? Oh, 4 looks good. And maybe all caps. Oh, stars.
Nah. I don't know why, but
yeah.
I immediately hated that.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's a weird feeling, like viscerally.
It's like it's screaming at me. Let's see. Okay, there. Four. Good. So I want. How much do we have right now? 20. No. 16 should be enough. Or 12 at most. Let's see. Yeah, I think 12 works. Let's see. Let's put this one at 12 as well. Ooh, it's 7:59. Oh, we are almost done with this section.
we got the header done.
Yeah.
That's all good. I mean, we have Friday's episode.
Select. Yeah, we still have another day before everyone goes on vacation. Yay.
Woo.
I'm looking forward to the eggnog.
Oh, man. Yes.
Yeah. So my sister actually, she always has love like making desserts and stuff, and she knows how to make like awesome eggnog. Like she makes
nice
Hershey eggnog, like Nutella. She makes all these custom
oh my gosh
flavors for it, like pistachio and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many options.
Yeah.
Let's see, 12. This is kind of not realistic because I'm not putting the worst case here. I don't think the worst case is gonna work with 12. So let's keep it at 16. Because 12 is too narrow, right?
I mean, this one's tough, like, because right now everything's centered between the two lines.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
yes, I just remember. I always recall back at the moment when you were like, "Hey, looks great," but I opened it like I put some big values there and everything broke.
why don't we do this for right now? Because, this repo's been around 2 years and only has 300 stars. So it'll be a while till we hit 1,000 and definitely a while till we get 100,000.
Yeah.
If ever. So yeah, why don't we just place in the actual values like instead of 2.5K here, we'll just put 300. Let's see, how many forks do we have right now? So 17 watchers, 69 forks, 311 stars. Because I think we got plenty of time to worry about.
And now that I'm looking at it, I feel like we're missing some space between this and the heading. Because look, see how it looks like too cramped?
Yes.
Let's see how much we have at the moment. Bounding bugs issues again. Let's just, oh my god, no. 1, 2. Yeah. There it looks like it's reading a little bit more. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's put it to the normal size. How do you feel about this situation here?
Looks lonely now. Like you almost have to center 17 in between.
Yeah, it feels like it's asking us to do this. Like, put me in the middle, please.
Yeah, I think that's how we'll have to do it.
Yeah. And how much stars was it?
311.
Oh, nice. 311.
Going viral.
Yep. It's yeah, after we finish centering this, we can wrap up this episode. And oh, I forgot to move this icon and replace the icons as well, but I can do that in offline time. I lost some space in here, I think. So good. And then this is gonna be centered to this. And how many forks?
6, 9.
6, 9. Wow. A lot of forks as well.
Yeah, got to get them to turn into pull requests.
Yeah. And I feel like this also is screaming us to like put it a little bit higher here. Maybe align with the start of the line or a little bit indented.
Yeah.
But not that down as it was. And this a little bit more here. And 16. Yeah. Wow. I like it. And maybe we can change the colors of this to have like the colors of watching, stars, and forks. And like stars, yellow. I think we're using purple for this one, and maybe get blue for this one. And this dotted lines could maybe be teal, so it looks like in brand, right? So
yeah, that makes sense.
I do like this. Oh, maybe we make them a little bit more wide. I don't know how to make them. Let me see. 2. Oh yeah, that controls the width. 1. Like this, so the color is like visible. Hey, I'm liking this. Nice. On point. So yeah, I think this is great progress. We defined the top. Oh, should be like here. Yeah, we defined the header. The header looks awesome. We got the idea of adding the stats there, which makes total sense after we saw that example. Like, this is a repo. This is supposed to be open source, and the whole purpose of the app is looking at the trends. So, where are the stats of how this project is doing? Go to the About Us page, and you'll get all our stats. And if you see our stars are low, We're probably in the future gonna add a little button here so you can star us as well. And yeah, do we have any announcements, Brandon? Any events coming up? Special occasions?
Uh, Not that I can think of. I mean, the end of the year is usually pretty slow. I mean,
Yeah,
go spend the time with your family. Don't work too hard.
yeah,
Enjoy.
yeah. Take some time off. Like, make sure if you have vacations and maybe your company they don't roll over. Make sure to schedule your vacations.
That's right.
And yeah, just enjoy the holidays. It's a great time to think about everything that's going on in your life. And with the pandemic, just make sure to reach out to your family and people maybe you've lost touch with, and just give them happy holidays and wish them the best for this new year. And hopefully, this 2021 is gonna be a great year for us, right? The pandemic, they found a vaccine and stuff. They're working on stuff, and hopefully by the end of next year or beginning of next year, I mean 2022, we're kind of back to normal. It's never gonna be totally normal as we were, but maybe somewhere close to it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I know we extended a little bit the time, but we had a long time without seeing you. We missed you, and we'll see you on Friday. Thank you for coming.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.